Right. When I came to Second Life, I just wanted to say a little bit about some strange anomalies. Now, I stopped watching TV around 2003, and I avoid certain games like the plague because of the mind control. Uh, oh shit! I'm getting a lot of noise on my sound, aren't I? Hang on a minute. Where's this noise coming from? Just a minute. Let me just check something. I think I'm getting a lot of noise from somewhere. Am I? Let me just check something. Oh, it's just a little bit of crackle. Right. Okay, so as I was saying. Oh shit! What have I done now? I switched over to a different window. Hang on. So I met somebody in Second Life, and I was a little bit puzzled. I was very puzzled because this person had like a family. This person has a family in Second Life, and she identified as a Pikachu. And I thought, oh, what the hell's a Pikachu? I've never heard of it. So I did some research on the internet, on Wikipedia, before Wikipedia. What's a Pika? Because I didn't know the whole name. Wikipedia. What? I'm even just a dream. So I came up with this a few weeks ago, and a pika is a small mountain-dwelling mammal native to Asia and North America with short limbs, a very round body, an even coat of fur, and no external tail. They resemble a close relative, the rabbit, but with short, rounded ears. The large-eared pika of the Himalayas and nearby mountains lives at elevations of more than 6,000 meters, 20,000 feet. So anyway, I'm looking at this. I looked at this. Let's see if I can't really zoom in much. It's just tiny little, like a rat, basically. It's like a rat. It's got tiny little ears. And I've got this phobia about rats, you know. Anyway, so I saw this, and I asked my friend in Second Life, why do you like being a pika? Or what is this thing about being a pika? And I didn't understand what it was all about, right? Because I don't watch TV, I don't play stupid mind control games, because that's what they are. They're just brainwashing. It can be very destructive. And they're not. And my friend, I have a friend who, she likes to play Pokemon Go, and I said, "Oh, you do realise that's a mind control program by the CIA?" Right. So right. Let's see, Pokemon Go mind control program. Right. So Pokemon Go, an alien mind control plot, Forbes. Right. Let's look at this. Bloody advertisements. Is Pokemon Go an alien mind control plot? So I looked at this. This is previously what I was looking at. Because it's the first stage towards microchip implantations and to control your brain, right? So this is going back a few years now. Forbes asking the question, which is a great thing because they're actually asking the question. And so here's what they were saying. Pokemon Go has undoubtedly taken most of the world by storm. In a very short period, the augmented reality juggernaut is taking over our lives and bringing people together. It's a lovely side effect of something so simple and entertaining, or perhaps it's something much more sinister. Now, at first glance you think, oh, it's just a harmless game. It's just a harmless game. But you see, it's distracting people from real life, physical interaction with the real environment around you. Anyway, so while we're watching business getting in on the action with the ability to literally lure customers, an alien race might be luring us outside into the streets, onto the streets. We might be chasing a Fluttershy. No wait, that's a pony. Picture across the highway. But anyway, go read this shit yourself. I mean, so I was doing some other research, and on YouTube, if you search for Pokemon Go, what was it? Fat guy. Sorry, you can't say the word, can you anymore? Falls into water. Right? You'll come across this video. And there's a whole bunch of videos of people being put in harm's way. So this guy here.
Jo Freunde, was geht eigentlich? Ich bin's Leo aus Sternenstadt. Ich kann dann sagen, oh, guck mal, ich glaube, die kämpfen gerade um mein Pokémon. Jeder ist irgendwie am Smartphone. So viele Leute laufen hier die ganze Zeit hin und her, gucken die ganze Zeit.
Totally. Hang on, let me just mute the sound. So there are people walking around in a hypnotic trance by Pokemon. And you see this, and people are actually putting their lives in danger. He falls in the water. Right. So there's two people in the water, right? So this is just one incident. This is one of the most famous ones because it was filmed while it happened. Now there's other situations where this actual Pokemon is extremely destructive and harmful to people's lives. People are falling off cliffs, people are walking into traffic and getting hit by cars, some of them are dying, but you know, you can't tell, because when people get run over by a truck, people don't think, wow, were they playing a game? No, they just say, oh, this person just walked into the street and got hit by a truck, or got run over by a bus, or got hit by a car. But it's very, very damaging. And so let's take the word that out. Let's do another search. So there's a whole bunch of lists on it. Man fell into, yeah, this is extremely harmful to people's health, right? Two fall off this cliff playing Pokemon Go. So look at all this evidence about how people are being harmed by this. And I was talking to, oh my god, there it is, that little thing. Two people are dead, or fell off the cliff, because of this thing. And I have some bad feelings about this. I have extremely traumatic imaginations about this thing. To me, it's evil, right? Pokemon is evil, right? And I'm haunted by it because you can't get away from it. It's in Second Life now because somebody wants to dress up, and this thing's getting worshipped, for God's sake. And I'm thinking, what? Why are you worshipping this thing? Why does somebody want to be this thing? I mean, this is a video where this is a big guy that fell in the water, and there's such a lot of carnage going on. It's everywhere. And anyway, when I was doing some research, I'll close that out because you can go and look it up yourself. When I was doing the research, I hope you can see what I'm looking at. But when I was trying to do the research about this, it turns out that Pikachu is evil. It's an allure. It's a lure. It's a lure, like a fishing bait lure. You know when you put bait on the end of a hook and you drop the hook in the water to catch the fish. Well, this is catching humans' attention. It's making people want to be it. It says here, the Pikachu has transformed from a simple character in a video game into a significant cultural symbol over the decades. This article intends to examine the various facets of Pikachu's influence, encompassing its origins and development, and the wide-reaching effects it has had on modern society. It offers a thorough exploration of this iconic character's journey and its repercussions in contemporary pop culture. Now, as I say, I've never watched this crap, or I've never played these games, so it's all new to me. So I'm looking at this with new eyes, really, because I'm thinking, why are people worshipping this in Second Life? So I had to go and do some digging and trying to figure it out, and I'm thinking, what? Why? I mean, this could be applied to anything, really. I mean, anything that's destructive or harmful could be portrayed in a benign manner, but it might be more sinister than what you actually think it is, because it's actually damaged people because they want to be something that's harmful. And I can't think, what? Why do people want to be something that is actually destructive and doing harm to other people? It's got this dark energy around it. So it's... Oh, I've got to be careful what I say, because there's only so much you can actually say about this stuff. Because, for example, it's a bit like wrapping yourself up in the flag of a dark, sinister force that wanted to wipe out thousands of people, right? If you get what I'm saying. So you're actually wearing the symbol of something iconic that is actually destructive towards people. Now, there's a lot of stuff about this. If I zoom in, will you see the zoomed in? Oh, I can't even look at my preview to see. But it says here. Oh, can I zoom in this way? Maybe a bit. Has that made it bigger? Maybe. So it says here, the Pikachu's representation in various media showcases effective storytelling intertwined with themes of friendship and adventure. As a mascot, Pikachu embodies the qualities that resonate with young audiences: loyalty, courage, and a sense of wonder. The animation made specific stylistic choices to make Pikachu visually appealing, such as its bright yellow colour and round shape, which easily attracts attention. Oh, oh my God. Yeah. So that's great for attention seekers, because people will want to attract attention. So it's, I need to make some more coffee actually. Basically, for people who lack certain sense of being loved, who want to attract attention to themselves, will adopt a camouflage, if you like, or wear a mask, or will wear this to become more visually appealing. So it's a disguise. You're not actually seeing the true person underneath. You're actually seeing something on the surface. So this thing, to me, is very sinister, because it's actually it's bait and click. It's like bait and click. So I'm analysing this in a psychological sense, because so the central theme revolves around friendship, teamwork and self-discovery. These universal concepts make Pikachu relatable to many. The pacing and tone adjust to cater to viewers of varied ages, blending moments of humour, drama and suspense that balance the series' emotional. Basically, it is drawing on people's weak points to become attractive. So I'm looking at this. I'm trying to work it out, because when people see the Pikachu, they're falling in love with an idol. It's idealistic. It's not real. You're not falling in love with the actual person underneath it. So as I was saying earlier, I'll get rid of that. Where is it? Have I closed it out? Now, something else I came across. About regards mind control. If I get this bigger. How many times has brainwashing, mind control or anything similar happened in the anime? Important note, this is specifically talking about the anime, not the game or manga or cards. We are actually talking about Pokemon, by the way. This is Pokemon. A friend of mine also plays it, and I told her, I said, that's bad for your health, that's really bad for your psychological state. And I don't care, I think it's fun, she said. Well, you go look deeper than that, you go see what it's doing to you. Very clever, this stuff. It's very, very sophisticated. It's extremely easy to fall into the trap of being mind controlled. If you're easily hypnotized, you basically had it. This is specifically talking about the anime, not the game or manga or cards. What is it? Cards. What the hell is this? I can't read this. The main anime excluding stuff like Generations, which I haven't watched, so I don't know if anything happened there or not through movies. I'm just going to skip forward it. If the title doesn't make things clear, I'll list every example I can think of. I want to know if there's anything I missed, especially with stuff like Sun and Moon or Journey. Since I say I've never been into this stuff, so I don't even know what they're talking about here. But right, a drowsy hypnotized people into acting like Pokemon. Jesse put on some ancient mask. It had a staff that went from with it and could control Pokemon that were close enough to her. Cassidy and Butch had a giant mind control machine hooked up to a drowsy. The rage clown stuff. This only somewhat counts. The first Pokemon movie where Mewtwo mind control brainwashed the Nurse Joy and maybe someone else, but I haven't seen that movie in forever, so my memory is vague on it. The third, am I actually capturing my cursor, by the way? Oh shit, I'm not. Right. Okay, sorry about that, I forgot to put my mouse capture. Right, the first Pokemon movie where Mewtwo mind control, brainwashed Nurse Joy and maybe someone else. Right, I read that bit. The third Pokemon movie where Entell made an Ash Shishum's mom think she was Molly's mom. Hooper possession. Whatever happened in the Hooper movie? Seriously, what the Pokemon affected by the Dark Ball from the... You have to remember, I've never played this stuff, so I don't even know what they're talking about here. They're talking about references in the Pokemon stuff. You'll probably understand what it is, but if you've ever played it, but I don't, because I've never played it, and I don't want to play it. Absolutely. The beginning of Pokemon Advance where Pikachu was sick and delirious. Once again in Advanced for the third time where Pikachu got amnesia and Meow made him think he was part of Team Rocket. Anyway, basically this is stuff to do with mind control, right? This is how it affects people in real life as well, because people are easily hypnotized. People are easily hypnotized, especially those people who get into this stuff and cannot get out of it, because once you're in it, you're hypnotized, and that's it, you can't get out of it. So I talked to my friend and I told her over and over again, I said, you know, get off that stuff, it's really bad, it's going to damage your brain. She said, I don't care, I like it. Oh, you know, when they're like that, when people are can't see what is right in front of them, there's no hope. You can't get them off it. You know, it's like a drug, you know. I've never been able to be hypnotized personally. And in fact, I'm not interested in being hypnotized. Well, anyone else have anything? I find these episodes interesting, so I'm thinking of watching a bunch of them. Good luck with that. I don't want to watch. So anyway, there's a whole bunch of stuff about this. So let's see what else is there. The neuroscience of Pokemon Go. Ted Ed Block. Oh right, so somebody doesn't want you to read that. Oh, it's just an advert. Pokemon Go is a free, location-based. Why is it free? If they're putting stuff out there that's free, it's because somebody else is making money from it. Who's making money from it? Good question. It's usually the people who are doing the psychological experiments on people without their consent. 1. The augmented reality approach leads to an amplified focus on self. Humans are narcissistic beings. Research has shown that we pay more attention to things that relate to ourselves, and that when we talk about ourselves, the dopamine reward circuit in our brains is activated, which is why it feels good. So by giving the player complete control, you make the game about them. You might have control over your player or character when you play the other games such as Call of Duty, but the augmented reality of Pokemon Go gives you the ability to self-generate the experience literally whenever and wherever you wish, provided you have your phone on hand. You can catch Pokemon in the park, in the office, or in your apartment, day or night. You get a little boost in self-efficiency every time you open the game or something happens, because you recognize that you govern the virtual layer on top of your existing environment. The achievement is reflected in both self-image and product appreciation, which keeps you coming back for more. Right, this is exactly what addiction does. So basically, this thing is an addiction. The game is one continuous novel playscape. Our brains love novelty and the same dopamine, I can't say the word freaking words. They're not dopamine, basically. Reward pathway. That's success when we talk about ourselves. So this is feeding that. I'm not reading this right now. This is feeding a person's narcissistic qualities. So this is emphasizing a person's narcissism. It's making them much more, and I've noticed an increase in narcissism actually recently. People just want to be worshipped, and this is what it does, because the person who I know who's portraying as this is worshipped by people around her, around them, I should say. And this is what it does. It creates this narcissism. Where are we? The emotional impact. Oh shit! Why does it keep doing that? Right. The emotional impact is layered. Research has shown that virtual responses activate the same neural networks as real experiences in the same way that images are of rewards and real rewards are perceived almost identically in the brain. Pokemon Go takes cues from the actual environment and couples them with the virtual world for greater impact. For example, if you're near a body of water, you might catch a Magikarp, and if you're in the subway, you might catch a Ratata. This water-land congruence increases your sense of delight and accomplishment. Bundling emotion strengthens the positive association with the game and keeps you hooked. It says right there, keeps you hooked. So this is brainwashing. So anyway, enough of that, but this particular link is very interesting, so I'll try and stick it in the oh, where was I lost the link. So that one, where are we? Where are we? I'll stick a link for that in the description, so you can go and watch that, read that yourself. It's very interesting reading. So, actually that wasn't the one, it was this one. I'll stick that one in. Oh, it was the right one. Alright, so the first one was that one. Right, you can go and look at those articles yourself. But basically, this is extremely dangerous stuff. I'm not talking about the article, it's explaining what it does to your brain, right? It is mind control, and that's why I have an extreme dysphoria for being in contact with people who play Pokemon Go. I really don't want to know, because they don't make any sense. It really upset me. Anyway, I'm going. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.